Thank you. I'll share my screen. Yeah. Can you guys see my screen?
Yes, it's loading.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm seeing your screen now.
Okay. Okay, great. Yeah. So yeah, hi everyone. So I'm Mayank. I lead front end at Leap Wallet. So yeah, I'm involved in the development of the extension mobile app and other products that we're building. And today I'll be going through like how to integrate the extension, how to integrate the extension mobile app with your dApp, and also going through two uh, two uh, two UI modals sort of that we've built that you can integrate on your dApp to uh, like uh, basically supercharge your Cosmos dApp. So yeah, so these are the things that I'll be going through: how to integrate Leap extension mobile app. We also have built a Snap through which you can integrate MetaMask with your dApp, and I'll be going through elements and the embedded wallet SDK. So yeah, so uh, starting with the extension, yeah, so uh, uh, Leap extension is essentially like just like Kepler. So if you've already integrated Kepler, you can simply just swap out window.leap, window.kepler with window.leap, and you have basically added support for the Leap extension as well as the in-app browser that we have on our mobile app. Both of them will get added through this through this small setup. So over here, I've just displayed two code snippets. One, the first one is to get the user's account details from the extension or the mobile app. And the second one is like a Cosm.js flow where you can get the signer and uh, basically create a Stargate client to sign the transactions. So yeah, so this is briefly as to how you can integrate Leap. There's other other uh, things that you can do as well, like suggesting a new chain on the extension, adding tokens, and so on. But yeah, I think those would um, you can always refer the docs for those. But yeah, this is like briefly as to how you would add Leap on your apps. Yeah. So next is integrating the Snap. So just like the extension, we you can integrate the MetaMask with your dApps, and the flow is essentially like we have built a provider through which you can bridge. Essentially, MetaMask does not provide methods similar to how Leap or Kepler provide for signing and getting account details. But we've built sort of a provider, the Cosmos Snap provider that you can use to basically get the same interface for the Snap, and you can get the signer account details and use basically use the like Snap just like you would integrate with Leap or Kepler. So yeah, so these are two ways to integrate the like the Leap extension mobile app, and this is how you would integrate the Snap and MetaMask on your dApps. So this is like these two approaches are not using sort of any adapters. You can also use an adapter like Cosmos Kit to add these add the wallet to your dApps. And with Cosmos Kit, it's pretty straightforward. You just import the Leap Leap package and the Cosmos and the Snap package from Cosmos Kit, add it to your chain provider, and it will get added to your dApp. So yeah, so that's so that's about uh, the how to integrate the extension the mobile, the in-app browser that we have in our mobile, and the Snap. We also have like a wallet connect integration, but yeah, I won't talk about it today because currently there's some issues with it. So we're basically in like the last stages of overhauling that flow completely, and next week we'll release an app update where you can also connect to Leap mobile app using Wallet Connect. So so yeah, so that's also currently in process, and yeah, we'll launch that soon. So yeah, so that was about the extension and the Snap. Again, it's just like an overview, so you can go to our documentation page to like go into the details of like how to integrate it. Um, Yeah. So yeah, so that was about integrating the wallets. Now we can move on to the elements. So so yeah, so elements is essentially um, yeah. So we built elements to sort of solve a few things on dApps. Basically, moving like moving tokens from one chain to other chain is basically a very has a lot of friction right now. So, for example, if you want to do some transaction on a Archway app, but you don't have balance, but you have balance on some other chain like Osmosis or Cosmos app, and you want to get some Archway tokens. So swapping that involves a lot of steps. So with elements, what we've done is integrated. So using the Skip API, you can basically swap any token. Like for example, you have on Osmosis, and you want some Archway tokens on Archway, so you can just and get swap Osmo and get Archway directly using elements. And you can basically embed this into your dApps, so the user won't have to sort of leave your apps to do those transactions, then come back to your dApp to finally do the thing they want to do on your dApp. So they can basically move the funds directly to the chain, and yeah, do the transaction from there. Element also has provides fiat on RAM functionality, and using so we're using Kado for this, and it also has cross-chain swaps. So if you want to move your EVM tokens to Cosmos, you can do that as well. So this is using the Squid API. Um, yeah, and Elements is essentially built in a modular way. So, for example, if you don't want to integrate on ramp or cross chain swaps, if you just need the swaps, then you can just integrate this part, and not anything else. Uh, so so that's about Elements, and this is like a plug and play sort of a solution. So you just add this component to your tab. You can obviously customize the UI, the theme, how it looks to match the design of your app. But yeah, the functionality wise, you won't have to add or customize basically anything. It's already all built in, and yeah, you'll have this functionality just by adding a few lines of code. So yeah, so that was about elements. So yeah. Yeah, so this is the basic flow of how you would integrate elements. So you just add the package, import the components, you add it to your dApps. If you want, you can customize the UI by adding your custom themes, and yeah, you'll have the entire elements functionality on your dApp. So um, so yeah, so that was about elements, and yeah, I mean, so essentially, right now the way we are building it is the same thing, same components that are on elements will also be used in our in our apps extension as well as mobile apps to provide this these features. So this is something that is that we are planning to like use on our consumer apps as well. So this is something that will be built. Uh, uh, yeah, uh, it will be very I think stable in and would be sort of not developed. Essentially, we'll be developing it very actively and adding more functionality other than these four things. And all of this will again be used on our consumer apps, and same you can integrate on your apps as well. So yeah, so that was about elements.
Yeah.
Next is the
Mine, like we have
yeah
on Stargaze app elements live. So why would you like to share on that?
task. Oh
Y- Yeah, we have
yeah, it's
elements live on Stargaze app.
yeah, we do have elements over there. Let me see if I can show it.
Yeah, I shared the quick link in chat here. If you can just
Okay,
go to corner and click on the link.
yeah. Okay. Yeah, just so yeah. I think, yeah. So yeah, so I guess you this is the elements SDK that Stargaze have integrated, and yeah, like I mentioned, you can move your funds from any dApp to so for example on Stargaze I need 8 stars to buy some NFTs, so I can just I currently have this don't have a lot of funds in this wallet, but yeah, I have some DYDX, so I can just uh, swap this. See, yeah, so I can swap this DYDX. So yeah, I don't have funds on this wallet, but yeah, let me try with another wallet. Yeah. So yeah, so if I wanted to move some Osmo stars, you would just yeah, you just enter the amount, uh, review. So currently this needs like one transaction approval, but so essentially the Osmo would be swapped on 2 stars on Osmosis, and then there will be a IBC transfer from Osmosis to Starbase. So all of this is just one transaction for the user. So yeah, if I click proceed, I'll get a approval pop up on Leap. Uh, just yeah. So once I approve, okay. So this transaction failed. Let me try again. Yeah, so I've signed, yeah, and the transfer went through. So yeah, so now I have stars on Stargaze, and I can essentially do yeah, just use the stars on this app to buy NFTs. Yeah, and So so essentially, this is the idea that you don't have to like go to Osmosis, do this swap there, IBC transfer, then come back to Stargaze to finally do what you need to do. It all can happen on your dApp in a very seamless way. So uh, yeah, so that's about elements. You can also swap from Ethereum, like I said, by stocks using USD fiat right here. So yeah, and as you can see, the Stargaze have uh, uh, customized their UI here to match their design system. So yeah, it's elements. You can customize your UI. Okay, so yeah, let's go back to the presentation. Okay, yeah. So that was about elements, and I'll quickly go over the other product that we have, which is the embedded wallet. And the idea for the embedded wallet came from when we built the Snap. So with Snap, you had the limitation that you could do transactions using sign transactions using Snaps using MetaMask, but you can't actually see your balance in Snap. So, for example, if you have tokens on Osmosis, Archway, you there's no way if for MetaMask user to see those balances. So we built this embedded wallet view that you can add to your dApp. And what this does is it will get the address, and based on the address, it will fetch the balances. And you can basically show the balance, their delegations. You can show the wallet activity, and this also links to our dashboard, so you can so it will redirect to our dashboard, and you can do send IBC transfers and swaps. In future, we are also planning to add this functionality right into the embedded wallet SDK, so you won't have to leave your the user don't have doesn't have to go to other apps to do these transactions. So uh, yeah, so that's the idea for embedded wallet SDK. Again, this is the UI is fully customizable, and you can build your own UI. So it's built in a way where you can just import the functionality and build your own UI on top of it, as you like. So yeah, so that was I think about embedded wallet. So this is how you would integrate it. It's just a component here. You add it, you provide the REST API, chain ID, user's address, and some state variables, and yeah, it's ready to be used on your dApp. So uh, yeah, so that's about it from me. Uh, yeah, if you guys have any questions, I can take them.
Yeah, so the floor is now open for questions. So you can share those questions whether in the chat or you can unmute and state your question.
Hey, awesome presentation. For the swaps, what does it take to get integrated for routing paths?
You mean skip?
No, what you just demoed on Stargaze for doing like a trade from anything to anything else. Like, does it only route through
Yeah.
Osmosis? Can you like what does it take to get it to route through like Astral, for example?
Yeah, I think it should route through Astroport as well.
How about Astro Vault?
So we Astrovort, okay. Uh, yeah, it depends on whether skip. So we fetch the route from the skip APIs. So if 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 that
Got
DEX
it.
is supported on their APIs, we can add support for it. But yeah, I mean we are also adding support for other providers other than Skip. Like we are integrating TFM as well. So uh, yeah, so maybe on their APIs we can get if AstroVault is not on available on Skip right now, it might be available there. So yeah.
It's not yet, but we're working on it. Thank you.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, a quick follow-up question. I didn't see Archway listed in the list of chains. Why is that? Is that due to like the same issue with the Skip integration?
Let me check. It is actually
Yeah,
listed here.
Archway is listed, yeah. We do a lot
Yeah.
of swaps actually.
Yeah.
It's working perfectly fine.
Yeah, so it is.
Oh, okay,
listed.
okay,
Yeah.
okay, great.
Yeah, guys, this is awesome. I wanted to ask about, since you've added the MetaMask snap, have you guys got any like usage or like metrics on how well that's being adopted? Seen users coming over Ethereum setting up snaps primarily, or still people setting the traditional Cosmos wallet?
I mean, we do have a lot of usage on snaps. Yeah, I don't have the exact number, but I think basically the current number. But yeah, the last time I think so MetaMask provides us the like the installs data, how many times the snap was installed on MetaMask. So I think Leap was installed somewhere around 10,000 or 11,000 times, maybe like a month or so back. I'm not aware of like the current numbers, but yeah, it is being used significantly by my MetaMask users.
Yeah, congrats. Yeah, it'd be awesome to be able to track that kind of thing. If there's any on-chain metrics or way to tell the difference between the wallets. Yeah, thanks, Gaurav.
Yeah.
Another quick question, like for dApp or mobile wallet integrations, are there any solutions from Leap for mobile wallets? Not for mobile wallets, for mobile apps. So if I wanted to integrate elements, for example, is there a solution for mobile apps, or it's just right now all focused on web?
Elements, yeah, it can be integrated on mobile apps as well. I think there is currently one limitation that we have fixed, but yeah, I think starting from the next update, which should go live in maybe 1 or 2 days, we will fix that problem as well, and it can also be integrated on like a React Native app as well. So so basically we are also going to integrate elements on our mobile app to provide in-wallet swaps. So yeah, so our app is built using React Native. So yeah, so that yeah, that support will be there and it will be demonstrated through that app, through our app.
Oh, so currently all implementation is based on React. So if you're using some other framework, for example, if you Vue.js, you would need to like do some workaround.
Actually, no. Elements has like 3 components to it. So there is a core package, which is framework agnostic. So you can add it to any like any framework. It doesn't matter if you're using React or Vue.js or something else. But we do provide for React certain like we have a hooks package and a UI package. So if you want the UI, so that UI is currently like we only provide it for React. But if you want to integrate functionality and build your own UI around it, that I think you can build using any framework.
Okay, cool. I don't think you went over like dApp integrations, but like could you give us an idea what it takes like to like have dApps integrated within? Because I know that there is like an app store in a sense within the Leap wallet. Like if a dApp wants to get integrated, what would they need to do?
Yeah, so for that, the steps are exactly the same as integrating Leap on like integrating Leap extensions. So, uh, uh, wait, let me just share this again. Yeah, yeah. So this, so on our in-app browser, what we do is we inject the same provider window.leap that we do on the extension. So if you have integrated our extension on your dApp, it should by default be available on in the in-app browser as well. Yeah, so there's nothing different that you need to do to integrate it in our in-app browser.
Okay. All right. Are there any other questions? Okay. All right. Thanks a lot, man. I'm really glad that Leap is a part of the Cosmos ecosystem. There's a lot of innovative solutions that you guys have been implementing, especially the MetaMask snaps. I've not used that solution just yet, but I can see where a lot of developers, because yeah, MetaMask is definitely the de facto standard when it comes to Web3 wallets. So having an easy integration linking to the Cosmos ecosystem is really good. And yeah, hopefully we can start seeing a lot more documentation going up in terms of integrating with those snaps. You do have some documentation right now available, right? I think we can work on getting some of those docs integrated within the Archway docs site. So I'll definitely reach out to the team to see how we can get that going. But yeah, thanks a lot.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Thanks. Yeah, I'll drop some links to our documentation in the chat for reference. Yeah, thanks for.